All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the documentary series, part one of Mr. Moore Heating and Cooling Tech going out of town to do some installs, man. Part one. Thank y'all for watching. Yup, you just got done looking at my two babies in there. I love my little sports cars, y'all. Man, well, it was raining already or whatnot. We had a couple bad storms that came through here. And I'm like, man, hope it don't be no tornadoes or whatnot. 'Cause I ain't gonna be able to do this install in Wichita. But yeah, by the way, we about to head out here to Wichita and do a full install. You know what I'm saying? One of my first out of town. Then I got another one that I'll be doing in Texas too. Um, yeah, man. Love heating and cooling. These are some of the tools I got or whatnot. Gotta load up. The tools are heavy, man. Definitely when you're doing a full install by yourself. I got my fiance helping me. She gonna help me as much as she can, and I appreciate that. Cause ain't like I can really have some techs coming out of town. Everybody got things to do, so we're gonna get this thing cracking. Oh yeah, that's my grow tent back there, y'all. Y'all know nothing about that. Yeah, so now we in Wichita. We at the house. And these contractors supposed to have been already done. And when I got there, I was so disappointed. Because I'm looking back here, I'm like, they done ripped the AC from the wall. They done messed the wiring up. They done kinked the lines. And by the time I got down there, all this stuff has supposed to have been repaired, but it's not, as you can see it. And I'm like, where's the old AC? The old AC unit is right ahead. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, oh man. So I'm looking at the line sets to see how bad they ripped it apart. They done ripped the line sets apart. So now that all that stuff got me worried how they done took that out of there like that. Cause I'm only down here for a couple of days. So this is gonna throw me you know, way behind the ball or whatnot. I ain't got no control over this stuff, but I guess things happen or whatnot. And by the way, the guy that stays in this house, he's a Golden Glove champion. He done sparred with Mike Tyson. He fought Mike Tyson in the Olympics. Mike Tyson stopped him in the second round. He said he don't know what Mike Tyson hit him with. And these are some of the contractors down here, y'all. That's the old hot water tank. That's the old furnace and evaporator coil. It's a lot of stuff that I gotta get out my way. Just like I said, these guys supposed to have been already gone, but they still here. And they got stuff everywhere. So I'm trying to maneuver through here to take a look at the line set. Since I know it's kinked outside, I'm trying to figure out, did they kink anything on the inside when they ripped it apart from the wall? Because you would think a company like that would, ain't nothing bad I'm saying about the company, but you would think that they would have hired a professional to come out there and cut it the right way before they did what they did. But it is what it is. This is later on in that day. I'm not too for sure. Did I go to the HVAC store yet? And by the way, I had a bad experience with John Stones down here in Wichita. They was talking to me crazy when I asked them would I be able to purchase an AC unit and furnace and all that.
I'm on my way over here
already
now.
have a account with them. This is the other house that I worked on over here. I had to work on that furnace too, so I was doing work on both houses that day. And let's get back to the AC unit and the furnace and everything. So I had called John Stones, and the guy was getting smart with me over the phone for no reason. He was like, "Do you got an account?" I was like, "Yeah, I have an account with y'all." He looked up my account, seen my name, and then he told me I didn't have an account with them, that I had to have an account with them. Their accounts don't go worldwide. I guess it's local. So I'm only my stuff only lasts in Kansas City, Kansas, and Kansas City, Missouri, I guess. That's where I can buy equipment with Johnstones. I didn't know that. But anyway, I'm taking everything in, checking my gauges. So now I'm loading up because the guys ain't done yet. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to sit around and wait for these guys to get done with that dirt because I need that dirt packed back there. But I guess they were still putting rods through the house and trying to fix their foundation. So I'm like, okay, let me go ahead and load everything up. Yeah, and this guy too, he met Muhammad Ali too, and he sparred with George Foreman too. And he said Mike Tyson used to pay him $1,200 every time he sparred with him every week or whatnot, back in the day or whatnot. I thought that was pretty cool. He got a couple of championships and some autographs or whatnot. I don't know if y'all see him. I think I got it on one of the other videos. Yeah, buddy. All right, now time to get to the store. It was another store that we went down there to get everything, and they was cool. You know, their prices was good. You see it right there. That's the stuff that I bought at this other little place right across from Johnstone. So you remember Johnstone was giving me problems. I mean, you know, the dude was talking to me crazy. I ain't never talked to the dude before. I have no idea why he was talking to me crazy. He must have liked the sound of my voice or something. But I didn't deal with him since he was like, yo, when you do get down here, I need, you know, your EPA card and all that stuff. I'm like, no problem. I got all that. But, you know, he was saying that I probably wouldn't be able to purchase with them and all this stuff. So I'm like, you know what, man, let me find another HVAC company. Because they always set them right by each other. Like when you in that warehouse district or whatnot, wherever it's at, if you see one heating and cooling company, you should see Train. You should see all the other ones too. So I looked around there and found another one. And only thing they asked me for was my EPA license, you know, ID, and that's it. They didn't give me no problems, give me what I wanted, good price, and I'm like, cool, you know what I'm saying? He even gave me a free pad at the end of the day. He was like, go ahead and take this. And I'm like, cool. If you don't give me a free pad, you know, with my purchase, you know, you can't beat that. Because I got kind of worried, you know, when I got down there, I'm like, okay, I hope, you know, if Johnstone's the only place I can buy from and they tripping down there, I'm like, I probably won't be able to get this installed. Because, you know, our EPA license, you know, it's supposed to be worldwide. You know, we should be able to buy a product anywhere as long as we got our license on it. That's what, you know, the teachers always told me when I was, you know, in school for this. It was like, you can install all over the world. I'm like, okay, that's the type of job that I need. Yeah, and by the way, you know, I went to Vatterott, man, so the training was intense when it came to Vatterott, you know, accelerated program or whatnot. They closed down now because of greed, but that's usually how it goes. If something is working, people always want to change it, try to get more out of it, then it fails. But yep, now I'm loading up everything. That's the furnace right there. Got that thing loaded. Man. Yep. Got most of the stuff in there, as you can see. This is nighttime now. All the contractors are gone now, so now I'm checking around.
For about another
got all my
hour and a
products that I
half.
needed. And so
I'll finish up everything tomorrow, but I am going to
start
put the furnace
putting
in
stuff together and
this
taking stuff
evaporator coil
apart
in.
and get this thing cracking for real. Got everything out of there. As soon as they left, I started plugging them
For
away.
me, I don't know. I'll probably give them a chance to
Still a mess around.
yeah, because after today,
that's
all I gotta do is
coil.
put the AC in
The basement is only that messy because them guys down there doing all that work.
So if they could feel that dirt over there, it'll be a curtain.
I think this is the following day. Yeah. And I came back out there and I'm thinking, it would have been done. I waited till like 11 to get around there. I want to make sure all my tools was in the house and everything. So I left all that stuff in the house. And I'm looking, I'm like, man, they still ain't covered neither one of these ditches. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I'm getting worried again, y'all. I'm getting worried. If none of the stuff is like removed, I'm like, how am I gonna get the AC in there? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking. Then I asked, could I put it on the side of the house? They didn't want it on the side of the house because, people stealing and stuff. All right. That's the old hot water tank right there. That's the new one. Got that one in there. Got him some hot water because he didn't have no hot water. Evaporator coil. Furnace. At that point, we got that apart now. Everything's apart. I'm happy about it right now. I'm getting closer and closer. Getting closer and closer to the finish line. So this was a 2-day install. Usually don't take 2 days, but I didn't have my partners with me or nothing like that. So this one right here took a little while. I had to make sure I didn't pull no muscles or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Trying to do everything by myself. And I didn't want my fiance getting hurt either. Her mama wouldn't have liked that. But she wanted to help real bad. She was trying her best to help as much as she could. And I'm like, you probably shouldn't pick up that. You probably shouldn't pick up this. I think right now I'm walking towards the old units or whatnot. And right there.
Yeah, that's what I was coming back out here to do, to grab it.
Heavy equipment too, y'all. That old stuff be heavy. They don't even build them like that no more. Everything is a little bit lighter. Well, except for the stuff that I put in there was pretty heavy. All right, well that's the new furnace evaporator coil. You got that in there. That's the old AC unit that was outside. The guy wanted to move it with his machine. He was really happy about that. He was like, "Hey man, He was like, can I move the AC for you?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Does it gotta be still in working condition?" I was like, "Nah, man, do what you want to with it." So he started,
it's junk,
doing his thing.
He able to get it in this,
tearing it apart and ripping it apart. I was hoping he wouldn't tear it up too bad. But we still got to get it in the truck. The guy was picking it up. The guy came to the pick it up. He was going to use some scraps.
Michael Moore said he's ready for you.
All right, we got more of the furnace together now. Looking good, looking good. And now you see me over there brazing. Now brazing is the most hardest part about this stuff, y'all. This is like really, really time consuming, depending on what you're doing. And on this part of the video, they kinked the lines pretty bad. I was able to build some lines for it, and they didn't want it too close to the house this time, so I separated it from the house because I guess the other AC was a little bit closer, but they wanted this one to be a little further out. And he just packed everything with the little machine. So once he packed it or whatnot, that gave me the chance to go ahead and start brazing and everything, y'all. Yeah, you gotta take your time brazing. I think it's like 4 flames on there. If you're trying to braze, you got the blue flame, the light blue flame, the red flame, the white flame, and you need like a certain flame and a certain right amount of hotness to make everything go smooth. Me, I'm a lot slower on the brazing end of this stuff. I like to really take my time because I don't like leaks. I would rather, go real slow and go around it, and it'll go in like butter, you know what I'm saying, when the rods melt. it works better for my benefit. A lot of people, they're a little bit faster with their torch tanks. But me, nah, I'm not. I like it slow because I have more control over it, and I have less leaks. And what I mean by leaks is, it's like once you pressure test everything, sometimes you will have leaks, and I hate that because what happens if you open up the lines and the refrigerant get through the lines and you got a leak? That means you're gonna have to back everything back into the compressor again, run another vacuum on it, and then braze and take the shredder valves out, then braze all over again because you got leaks. But if you want to prevent that, just go slow. Get your flame, get real comfortable, relax, and take your time on it. Yeah, buddy. And not only that, and what makes it so bad, I'm trying to rush to tell you the truth because it's supposed to be raining. And I'm like, oh man, I had my umbrella out there earlier on the AC, but I ended up taking it down because it didn't rain. But I'm like, okay, I better hurry up. This is the second part of it right here, getting way in there. This is where they kinked it at, and I had cut it, and I had built pipe for it. So I'm like real close to the foundation where the bricks are. So it's taking a little bit more time than usual because I had, more, different, I wouldn't say different piping on there, but, couplers. I had like a couple of couplers on there because, I had to put them on there. When they kink them lines, you got to cut out them kinks. You got to cut out the kinks, straighten up them lines, make sure they didn't puncture them when they ripped it from the wall, and they actually did. So I had to cut it all the way to the wall dang near. I was gonna just run a whole complete line set, but that's really, really unnecessary to tell you the truth. I mean, you can if you want to. Sometimes I do, but it's unnecessary. As long as you blow out the lines and run a good vacuum on it, the lines are the lines, I mean, some other people might say something different. Oh man, yeah, that's me bending that rod. And right now, everything is really sealed, but I'm just going back to make sure, because once I open this thing up, I ain't trying to close it and run a vacuum on it and do everything all over again. You might as well just do it right the first time if you can. And most definitely, I got my spray, the cooling gel, on the king valves. You have to have that gel on the king valves because it slows it down from heating it up. Because you don't want to heat up your king valves over there because they have a rubber seal on it. And if you heat up that seal, you're going to have leaks at the king valve part. And if you got leaks at the king valve, you done. Literally done. You had to replace that whole entire king valve. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody. Oh yeah. We almost done, y'all. Hoping y'all enjoying this, man. All right, this the full install. The little cap is missing on the on and off switch. I gotta replace that. I went back and replaced it a little bit later, and it's the finish. They got a lot more to be doing over here, but this is where they want it. That's where I put it at. Everything working just fine. Everything is good. And this is another one right here with this hot water tank. This hot water tank is
I had
not
to take off
drained at all. It had calcium buildup.
I wouldn't even say shut off valve.
That's the water stick.
Right
That's
here.
at the bottom right there.
Look at all that
See
calcium buildup.
right there. Yeah. Yeah, buddy, that was terrific. Thanks for watching.